Create a new fantasy team each week with SPITCH and track the progress of your players in real time with live up to stats. Enter free-to-play or paid entry tournaments and win real money. Download SPITCH today for free. Register and play via the link in the description. The free hit chip is active ahead of Gameweek 27, after those 6 rescheduled fixtures added late last Friday caused a rethink on strategy. But before we come on to that, let's first take a look at how the last minute wildcard team is doing so far, with a score of 55 points resulting in a small red arrow down to 37k. So as mentioned, the new plan, formed in less than 24 hours after the news on Friday, was to use all my remaining chips in the space of just 4 game weeks. I didn't feel that my existing team was well set up for the new doubles in 28 and 29, and felt there was an opportunity to really go after the next 4 or 5 game weeks. So the wildcard was played in Gameweek 26 with an eye on creating a team for a bench boost in Gameweek 28, hoping that Arsenal's outstanding fixture with Chelsea gets added there. That ultimately meant using the free hit chip in Gameweek 27 to attack the good fixtures that Man City, Man United and Spurs have, while bringing in 3 Burnley players without having to carry them into Gameweek 28, where they face Chelsea. It'll also leave the triple captain chip to be used on Salah in Gameweek 29, where although the fixtures aren't as good as his Gameweek 26 double, he still has 2 matches against Brighton and Arsenal. So that was the plan in theory. Obviously the first leg of fixtures hasn't gone too well, and the pre-wildcard team with Salah triple captain would be doing much better. The defence is largely where it went wrong, with Liverpool shipping a deflected goal to Norwich, largely against the run of play, while Arsenal conceded to Brentford with virtually the last kick of the match. In hindsight, I do wish I'd found a way to include Saka, either by losing Ramsdale or by swapping Lacazette and Son to Saka and Kane. That's really the only thing that I'm not happy with about this team going forwards, and I think if I'd had a bit more time to tinker, I would have ended up with Saka and Kane in there. But it's definitely the fastest I've ever put together a wildcard team, in less than 24 hours, and it wasn't really until Saturday morning that I was committed to the plan. So on the whole, I think there are a lot of strong picks in there that should do well in the next 4 weeks. Just to touch briefly on the bench before we move on, Sarr, Ramsey, Brozier and Digne are all in there for the value they can add in double Gameweek 28. I plan on downgrading one of the goalkeepers after that, but wanted to splash out initially with the bench boost in mind. So let's take a look at how the free hit draft is shaping up ahead of Friday's Gameweek 27 deadline. Nick Pope is a fairly straightforward choice. For me, he's one of the top 3 Burnley assets to include on a free hit. There's been a big improvement in the Clarets' form as we near the business end of the season, with them finding themselves in a relegation battle. They've kept clean sheets in 3 of their last 5 matches, conceding just a single goal to each of Man United and Liverpool in that time. João Cancelo is another lock-in, while Ben Mee would be my preferred choice to double up on Burnley defence, as mentioned on yesterday's watchlist video. The third spot is where I'm unsure. I'm considering a United defender, a Saints defender, or potentially a second Man City defender with Laporte, but Luke Shaw is in there as it stands. I think he has the highest ceiling amongst the United defenders, with his set pieces. He's collected 2 assists in the last 4 game weeks, and Watford have scored just 1 goal in that time. However, I'm concerned about possible rotation with Telles after their midweek Champions League clash with Atletico Madrid. Bruno Fernandes and Heung-min Son are both fairly certain to feature in midfield. No midfielder has taken more shots than Fernandes in the last 4 game weeks, where he's also provided a league-high 20 attempted assists. But the other 2 spots are still up for grabs, with Riyad Mahrez, Phil Foden, Raheem Sterling and Jadon Sancho making up the 4 main options. Mahrez and Foden being the cheaper of those options, allow for more balance throughout the team and a stronger bench, so that's ultimately why they've been chosen in this draft. Everton have lost 5 of their last 6 matches, with only Brentford and Leeds shipping more goals, and things don't seem to have improved under Frank Lampard. It's a very template front 3, which I imagine a lot of free hit teams will be opting for. Harry Kane was unbelievable against Man City. No player was afforded as many as his 3 big chances over the weekend's matches. Leeds have conceded a league high tally of 11 goals across each team's respective last 4 matches. Armando Broja has 2 goals in the last 6 game weeks, where only Ronaldo and Kane have fired more shots in the box amongst forwards. Norwich have shipped 6 goals in the last 4 matches, with only Spurs and Leeds faring worse, while allowing a league high 15 big chances. As someone who always likes to take a chance on double game weeks, it's almost certainly going to be Wout Weghorst who takes the armband for me this week. He looks to have settled in quickly, with 3 goal involvements in 4 games. Only Ronaldo, Brozier and Kane have attempted more than his 9 shots in open play, amongst forwards in that time. Leicester have conceded the most big chances of any side across the last 6 matches, while Crystal Palace also rank amongst the bottom 6 teams.